Boston Canadian, Old Milwaukee, or any of that garbage. A pint is a pint. That's the amount is a pint. Anyway, if you're trying to sell me that shit for over $9, you're high. A pint is an amount of ounces, right? It's 20 ounces. There is nothing to define there. It's an amount of liquid. Like a pint is a form of measurement. That's like saying how much is a meter? How is a meter defined? What? Anyway, so the attempt at a fort that I'm just like, that I gave up on really quickly, was down here, this thing. So I'm kind of tempted to just settle elsewhere in the same area. Like maybe over here. If I can actually find something that doesn't have an aquifer, which is actually going to be really difficult. So we're going to be going along the coast in here and trying to find something that's not an aquifer. Oopsies. I just left a note there by mistake. Because I always hit N by mistake. How do I delete this? Delete note. There we go. Alrighty, we'll see you later. Those forests are big. I'm just going to ignore everything you say for the next 20 minutes. Maybe not 20 minutes, but 5 minutes, check. Because you're thinking way too hard about this. You ever heard of the concept of overthinking something? Or over-discussing something? Some things don't need to be discussed beyond what they're discussed as. Like, you just hit a point where you're just like, yeah, this doesn't need to be discussed no more. I think Squig knows exactly what I'm talking about, because literally everything Squig says is perfect and doesn't need to be discussed anymore. It's weird. Why are you purple? Huh. Regardless, all of this has aquifer. Alright, well, let's bounce up to here, because there's actually, like, neighbors up here. I just want to be on the coast where there's no aquifer. That's all I would like. I guess in theory, what I could do... It'd be really cool to do Fort Similar. What do you mean? I don't know how the world generation works. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea. I'm not the person to ask about world gen stuff. But yeah, that's the beauty of this, is somebody in the chat will probably know if I don't. You know what, we'll just do this. How do I do this? How do I turn this off? Oh, I see the problem. Okay, so no aquifer. We're just gonna search for no aquifer. It's gonna take a minute. You know what, I'm surprised? I'm surprised there isn't, like, more of a community around people just sharing worlds. Like, I'm surprised I don't see that more often. It's like, why actually generate a world when you could just go grab one? I'm actually kind of amazed how many people just generate their own worlds. Now, something I think would be really interesting would be generating a bunch of worlds and then it's part of the fun, I guess, but I think it would be really fun, like, as a group. Anyway, I think it would be really fun, like, as a group to generate I think it would be really fun as a group to generate a bunch of worlds and then just pick one and then everybody just plays on one. So that would, I think, give us a partial aquifer. Yeah, so that would give us a partial aquifer. Aquifer. And that would be like kind of up north. I don't know, I guess the question is, do we want to be north or south? Everybody runs with identical copies and you see where the world ends up, if that makes sense. Yeah, kind of. I mean, maybe not that specific, but yeah, that kind of thing. Ambitious. Because I know there's succession style where you just pass the world from person to person. It's actually not a bad spot. What's our neighbors here? There's goblins, elves, dwarves, and humans. Our faction would be the bulbous attic. You heard me, Squig. You heard me, goblins. Gives us deep metal, very deep soil. Although we've done a lot of temperate stuff, so let's see what's far north. What's far south. I don't actually know where I am on the map. I can't tell, there's too many flashing X's. Well, that works. There's shallow metal here, although there's kind of neighbors right there. I feel like we would just die real quick if I set up right there. I think that's what that is. That looks like a fortress to me. I'm assuming that's what that is. Yeah, to their super intellect, I'm just trying to decide if I want to be on the mainland or not. Cause there's a I don't know, chat, what do you guys think? Should we be on the mainland or no? Or should we be on one of the little islands? So if we're on one of the little islands, then we'll kind of have... What's the word I'm looking for? Could also be on the dunes with an ocean, but there's no vegetation, so... It's also like this little island down here. Yeah, absolutely. 100. That's the problem with islands, is there's less other factions, less neighbors, less stuff to do. More just building, if that makes sense. But there's also less people that can come over and join you. And that is 100% the problem. This would be all the way down on the southern continent. There's like nothing over here. There's a lot of spooky area up here. Whole lot of sinister biomes. What's the neighbors for up here? Literally everybody. Is this a tiny little sinister island? What is this? Well, it's all got... This is about as far south as we can go. But it's like, it's also got very different biomes, so we'll see different stuff, right? That's the other reason I kind of want to be all the way down here. Like, here there's dwarves and elves, which means we could piss off the elves. You know what? I think we may have found our spot, chat. Clay, very deep soil, flagstone layer. So we're going to be on a partial aquifer, though there will be an aquifer under the ocean, obviously. Which means getting fresh water is going to be kind of a challenge. Like, the bigger challenge here is just going to be getting fresh water. Actually, can I go down here? Give us a little bit of a sandy beach, I think. We do have elves, although maybe we could, if we swap factions. Yeah, nobody seems to be at war down here. That's actually weirdly steep. Like, there's a lot of slopes here. I don't know how bad scorching is, though. How bad is scorching? I've never settled anywhere that's scorching, in quotes, before. Why is my Wi-Fi back on? My one big complaint with this phone is the Wi-Fi button doesn't work every time to turn off the Wi-Fi. It does nothing? Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. Large animals will pop up? That could be fun. I haven't messed with many large animals. Like, there hasn't been a lot of scary wildlife so far. But I'm also very much hoping that there are neighbors on this island down here, because then... Because it just says there's elves and dwarves. I mean, maybe other helixes will pop up if the fort gets big enough, too. Yeah, sure. Let's try it. Why not? We'll have to make pumps to get... We'll have to make some form of reservoir and then some pumps to get fresh water. So there is that. So water is going to be a bit of a problem. So injuries early equal bad. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with something simple. We're just going to go with two proficient miners. A woodcutter / carpenter. And you know what? On these miners, we're also going to give them a couple points in mason. We can go with... Yeah. Is it a peninsula connected to the mainland? Oh, well. Regardless, it's cool. I'll take it. We'll look at the world map once we settle. I really wish it was possible to... Or is it possible to name your fortress once you've settled? Because if it is, I've never found an option. Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do. Like, just grower, herbalist, and then cook slash brewer, even though they'll probably just be brewing immediately. And then let's just say metal crafter and mechanic. Where's metalsmith? Metalsmith. So you can just have a couple skills in those. And I think we'll go metalsmith, and then actually all the way down. McGrower armor? Yeah, fair enough. Then we'll need to get to know all of our dwarves, of course. Just gonna go down to appraiser, organizer, and we'll take out one record keeper. Okay. Let's go over to items. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. No. Crumble. Interesting. I accidentally removed picks. I have to put that back. How come I'm not seeing picks in there? I mean, you start off with a grower, and then you can move them from growing over to armor. Unless I'm nuts. Are picks not in armor? Or weapons, rather? I always thought they were in weapons. Unless they're in tools. I don't think it's caps. No, caps lock is off. And that wouldn't affect anything. Am I crazy? Quivers, backpacks, bags, thread, sheet, rope, splints, crutches, miscellaneous. Coke. I know that's not what I think it is. Would it be under the material? Okay, I haven't messed around with this menu too much. Copper bucklers if I search for that. Buckdag, thanks for the raid. Cheers, dude. Time to chill, man. You can party. Like you're more than welcome to take your alcohol and party, but we're just here to chill. It's 10 a.m., 11 a.m. So we're chilling over here. Hope you had a good stream, man. But like, if I leave the search in, then it doesn't pop up. Copper bolts, copper bars. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't see it in there. What the hell? And I accidentally removed it. Well, I guess this is like stopping before it's starting then, isn't it? Because I accidentally removed them, because I clicked the wrong button. I was sitting here trying to add picks. I mean, it's fair. You thought you saw it, did you? Hold on. Let's try this again. Cop. That's interesting, though. Well, I mean, I guess we could start with some menacing copper spikes and melt them down. Copper bars. Or I could just bring some copper bars and make them. Maces, spears, short swords. Oh, hold on. It's in digging implements. Found it. Anyway, Buckdag, thank you very much. We're trying to find picks in a dumb menu. I hope you're doing well, and I hope your stream was fantastic today. I hope that your time back was good. And yes, I do lurk in a lot of places, especially if it's posted in my Discord. Maybe more than people realize. I just rarely speak. I'm very much a bot, hello? Very much a lurker. I mean, I wouldn't say I like cocaine, but I would say that I've been watching way too much dope on Netflix recently, so use around. Recently watched the episode on Boston, actually. I have like, you know, chat, when you just, does anybody else have this problem? When you're just bored and there's nothing else to do? Apparently my bot's not running. I swear to God I turned it on. Copper, how you doing? Cooper, actually, rather. I'm staring at the word copper too long. Wait, you know when you're really bored and it's in the summer and it's too freaking hot out and so you just watch really bad TV? Like, does anybody else have that problem? We're gonna bring a male dog and a female dog. Male cat. Where'd the other cat go? Oh, there it is. Female cat? No, I'm out of points already. Okay, now my bot should be running. Beer should work now. I don't know why my bot wasn't running before, but it's running now. Yeah, or random videos from years ago. Yeah, so my default, I have two default things that I go to usually. Bad cop shows, and immediately after I run out of bad cop shows, I go to serial killers. But currently I'm out of serial killer. Oh, no, not a cow. I want a cat. Currently I'm out of serial killer serial docs. So, also that would mean investments are open. You just play adventure mode? I mean, it's like a endless RPG with no goal, just like all popular Bethesda RPGs. So, permadeath RPG. All right. I could bring an extra pick. Or I could just pump it all into more alcohol. I think I might just do that. Let's bring a bunch of rum. Let's bring more wine. Let's bring a fourth pick. And an extra plump helmet spawn. Sure, that'll work. Let's check our fort name. Construct snake. Construct snake. Construct steak, not snake. How about Constructdale? Front compound. We could go with aged ale. Aged ale. What did you dinner for your dinner? Or what did you dinner the fuck out of for dinner? Baron. With you jumping into a volcano. You know, there's worse ways to go about things. I mean, as a fan of... How do I explain this? As a fan of... How do I explain? As a fan of fun, sure. I was gonna say as a fan of Tekken. Aged ale of breakfast? Breeches. Brains. Aged ale of business. I need a good word. It's a good word that works here. Aged ale of cooking. Ooh. This all sounds so tasty. Aged ale of brains is a pretty good one. Yeah, I looked at brains for aged ale of doom. Maybe not. Aged ale of ditches. Aged ale of bale. Yeah. Drains, ditches, dining, dinner. Devils. I like that. You know what? We'll go with this. Aged ale of devils. A mambidug. Zegith. You like aged ale of doom? It's basically the same thing. Devils, doom, dragons. Aged ale of dragons. Ale doomed? I think ale doomed might actually be that, or just like get rid of. Can I just get rid of the front compound? There we go. We could just be ale of devils. Ale drowned? Nah, I kind of want to stay away from drowned, because then there's suddenly just like desire, but it is good. I like ale of devils though. But then suddenly ale of devils could just be like, our goal is to brew the weirdest alcohol possible. But I don't know what that would entail. Crushed by falling coconuts. Please no. All one word. All caps. I could fit into ale of curiosity. Let's see. I mean, curiosity is on Mars. That is true. So is a whole lot of rocks. I feel like curiosity might be too long. Yeah, I don't see curiosity. How about ale of curse? Ale of creep. 'Cause I'm a creep. Ba-dow, now, now. The ale of cooks, the ale of cooking. Crucifixion. That's in there. I mean, we could totally be the ale of cuddling. We just want to cuddle everybody with our ales. I'd be... Does Pitbull actually... I feel like Pitbull should have... I feel like Pitbull should have his own ale called just Pitbull Ale. If E40 can make a 40 of malt liquor, Pitbull can have an ale. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Ale of Focus. Mabdug Atham. You can do a lot of absurd things in adventure mode, Cooper. Like, absolutely insane things. Could also just be the Ale of Fruit. Baldness of Doom, every man's nightmare. Ew. Ambitious. Ew. Ale of Frames, yeah. Please, bless the frames. That is kind of funny. That is a very oddly specific thing, animal. How about Ale of Fruits? Mabdug Dozeb. The Ale of Fruits. And then we're gonna land here and there's gonna be no fruit trees. Like, that's... I'd love to get on a plane and go to Holland, but it's not happening. That's generally when that's the smart time to go to new theme park stuff. Apparently my local theme park's supposed to get Ale of Garlic. Apparently my Brain of Brains is a thing you could do, yes. How about Ale of Gluttons? Or we could just be the Gluttons of Ale. How much of a functional Dwarven language do they have? Kind of like the Ale of Glimmering. Yeah, no, that's fair. And you, like, my least favorite part about going to theme parks, Barrand, is lines and not getting to go on what I want. So I always go on weird off days at weird hours. I mean, you two could meet up anyway. You're close enough together. It would be easier for you two to meet up than me to go see my sisters. True story. Like Japanese with very restricted vocabulary. I mean, in a world where there is a functional Jawa language and a functional, like, speakable version of Klingon out there, why not? 1.5 hours in the baking sun to ride a... Oh, fuck yeah, no. Screw that. Screw that. I mean, okay, so I don't think we... I really don't want to be... I really don't want this fortress to be a big war-mongering thing. Ale of Hops. Ale of Daggers. I mean, we could do daggers. I think Check's given up. Hey, hello, Kev, what's up? I'm trying to name a fort. Heat. I should never actually do this. Is there Ale of Heat? Like something talking about heat? Ale of Hearth, Hearts, Harvesters, Hands, Hair, Homes. Glazing. I don't think that's an option in here. Baron. Ale of Coconuts? I don't think coconuts is an option. Ale of Dying. I mean, yeah, let's go with Ale of Daggers. Mabung Urist. The Ale of Daggers. Although I don't know if I want it to be Urist. Let's just go with the Ale of Crypts. So that leaves it open for some mystery. So, well, we had Ale of Doom open up before, which I thought about. Sounds like something Stone Brewing would make. All right. I'm just going to say done. All right, so we are the Ale of Crypts. What was the dwarvish name for that? We'll just roll with that. Change the title over that. Mob Dug. Mamas. Title's been updated. Cool. All right, so we're moving out. Let's pray for no big animals, eh? We're getting much faster at doing that. You arrive after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended, and your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all. I'm gonna try this. Gubelendok? Something like that. There's almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt or plow or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before the winter entombs you. But it is spring now, enough time to delve secure lodgings, ere the dingoes get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here, at this place. Mabdug Mamos, Ale of Crypts. Strike the earth. Dagger, dagger, the dagger of daggers. Yes. All right, let's see. Where are we? Yeah, so we are, like, on the same island we were before.